It's a very profound question to contemplate another civilization that could be tens of thousands, possibly a million years older than us, and certainly far more advanced than we are technologically. What they could tell us about the universe, the origin of the universe. Is there a God? Do they have religion?
The very notion of some kind of superior being coming down from the heavens and in some way interacting with us mere mortals obviously has religious overtones. There's the idea of salvation, the idea that in some sense the aliens are going to save us with their technology.
Our species has been engaged in what I would call tribal warfare for the best part of 2 or 3 millennia. My hope is that at some stage in the future we will more or less get our act together, and then we might get a key to join the intergalactic kindergarten.
To me, it is a form of religion. It's a belief. It's in its formative stages, and maybe in the next 100 years it will become a formal belief system.
But not everyone who became absorbed by the case reached the same conclusions. After 20 years' investigation, Jenny Randalls believes there's probably a rational explanation.
If you try to rationalise it, to find scientific ways to explain it, it almost makes you an enemy as far as many of the UFO community are concerned, because you're trying to do away with the one thing that they cherish as a belief.
It's almost like a disease that gets into one's blood, and all ufologists share it, and certainly the witnesses share it, because they've seen it, they've experienced it. And having once been bitten, you cannot remove the virus, it's there.
At first it was, I couldn't let go. It was like a bug. Like the chap in Close Encounters, Third Kind. You know, how he wanted to go to that mountain. I was like that with Rendlesham.
It's in my body and I just can't get it out. As soon as I try to forget about it, it's there. I tried to give it up, about 4 years ago now, I tried to give it up. The word soon went around the UFO community, oh, Brenda's dropped out, she's not doing anymore. That only lasted for about a fortnight, 3 weeks, and I was back in mainly because of Colonel Holt. He started writing to me, and I started writing back to him, and that got me really going.
Other than the occasional inquiry from somebody, I don't even pay any attention to it, to be honest with you. It's on the shelf. That's the easiest way to deal with it. I mean, if I agonized over this and worried all the time about, you know, are they there, or is something going to happen, or is this going on, it's not worth the effort. I just take, you know, each day, one day at a time, and enjoy it.
For others, every day continues to be affected by those strange encounters in the forest 22 years ago.
That was the life-changing event for me. It makes me look at things differently. Maybe I was humbled out there. Maybe I realized at the time and now that we're not here very long, we're insignificant. You know, we're not the center of everything.
Personal sacrifice was break down my marriage, my children, not seeing much of Mum because I just wanted to go down there all the time. I just got to knock this on the head for mentally my sake, because it was just taking over.
In 1987, Dot Street put Rendlesham Forest behind her and moved 200 miles to the south coast. She hasn't been back since.
I had to fight, not to want to go back. Now I think I'm old enough to sort of control myself, not need to go back. I know it's there. I know it's there. But I've got my grandchildren now. So they're my life. My family's important. Rendlesham is second.
But for Brenda Butler, Rendlesham still comes first. She remains the incident's most dedicated and loyal investigator.
For 23 years, my life has been Rendlesham. We go down there maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
I've got another camera anyway. I've got this one. I've got new filming. We'll leave the food. We'll come back to the car, can't we? We can come back and we've got things.
When you're walking through the trees, you feel part of the forest and part of them. It's very special because of the contact we get down there. And we have actually seen ETs. We call them the visitors now because that's what they require to be called. It's just magical. It really just is. And if anybody say they don't believe us or they're sceptical, then I just say to people, well, why don't you come down? We'll meet anybody down there and we'll take them round.